Yeah, just Sveno Mick here. Just changing the oil on my little Braaap ST 250 Super Light. Oh, just about burped. So what I've done here is I've released the bung on the dipstick, just so it doesn't got any pressure build up. So just let the oil go here in the engine now. And what we got there is there's the bung, and there's a spring, and there's a filter, just a gauze filter, just a wire filter. Now that's just, you just clean that, and this little engine holds a litre, so I've been out riding on it this morning, and it's bloody hot, so you got to really watch it. And I've only pulled up 5 minutes ago, so I've got that drained there. I'll just let that drain for a bit. Little filter screen still up in there, and I'll just show you what I do. Yeah, so I've been out and I've videoed some butterflies and got a cup of coffee on the coffee van on the side of the road, which I go out regularly. You've seen that before. I'm just about ready to swing my little Svenson Mowing. As you can see, I'll just show you this Svenson Mowing and my mobile phone number. That's the business I've left the previous job that I've been at for a long time, and within another week and a bit I've got all my business registered. I've just got to do my insurance, and then I will kick in. Oh, that's warm. So what I'll do is, I'm a bit shaky here, so sorry about that, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to take beta blockers just to not be shaky. So yeah, so there's your little filter there. So you got your little filter there, which is just looks like a little thimble. It's wire, and that goes back like that, and that goes like that. You just do it back in. So your little, as you can see, I'll just put that down so you can see that. So you filter your spring and your bung. Now those bungs are very soft, so you only nip them up. They've got an O-ring, which they'd say change them every time, but if it's not leaking, I don't see why you change them. If it did start to leak, all you do is lay your bike over on the right hand side, so the oil's sitting back on the other side of the engine, switch it off, turn your fuel off, lay it back over, and replace the O-ring then. But I don't replace them, and you only just nip them up, because if you go tight, it's exactly the same as the old Honda ones, and if you tighten them up too much, you just bust them, because they're only just a soft cast alloy. So there, probably shouldn't have put that down, but you can wash that out. This thing here, that's got absolutely no metal in it, so you will see sometimes flakes of metal in these. But I've just got my glasses on here because my eyesight's starting to go, and that's as clean as clean as clean. This little bike never ceases to amaze me at just how good it actually is. So, like I say, I can all go on about Chinese gear. Well, guess what? There's not even little flecks of gear metal in that, and that's normally that little strainer will have. I've changed plenty with these type of bikes, being Japanese bikes, and like you can see, There's absolutely no flecks of metal in that. There's no flecks of metal in the little strainer, in the little gauze. It's like a real fine fly screen. They have an oil slinger in the other side, which you don't maintain that every time. You probably might do that every 10,000 kilometres. Just pop the clutch cover off, and that's a little centrifugal type oil slinger. And but honestly, like I say, there's not even oil, there's not even any little metal filings. Quite bloody amazing. Matter of fact, quite amazing. So that's enough oil drain out as far as I'm concerned. So you just start that with your hand. You can have a longer socket than that. I always use hex heads. As you can see, hex headed socket. I don't like the other sockets with the dimples. A tiny little weep there in the gear stick shaft by the look of it. But it's not, it's just, oh actually it might even just be off the drain of the oil, I'm not sure. That's all you need, just tap that up and just keep an eye on it that it's but this little bike, like I said, but yeah, anyhow, I was saying there before about me mowing, so I'm going to go mowing and I'll do a little bit of hand pruning and that sort of stuff, and maybe a little bit of pole sawing. We'll just wait and see. Only pole sawing only be in safe areas. Wouldn't do anything touchy, because insurance gets too dear. You've got to leave that to the arborists and that, climbers and whatever else, like your Buck and Billy. Been watching him, he's great. So I'm pretty fussy. So on the other side, I'll just take you over and show you on this little bike. And it looks like another little drain bung there, but that's a lower point, that's a higher point there, so that's the lowest point there, so that's drained off enough. And these things hold about 1 litre of oil, so what I do is I'll oil change it every 500 kilometres. Now that's an overkill. I've just put a good I think it's a semi-synthetic, I use Penrite motorcycle oil. They say use a mineral oil, I think it says in the manual. I use a semi-synthetic or mineral Penrite. I think it's, I'll have to have a look, I don't know if I've even got any here, so I might have to go and buy some. But just a good quality oil, and I oil change it every 500 kilometres. Now that's an overkill, but I don't whack up 500 kilometres real quick, because I just run around town on this thing and out a few side roads. And so it takes me probably a few months to whack up 500 kilometres, because I've got other bikes I play with too. So anyhow, that's about all the oil change, so it's just a matter. Now, we'll go around and just pop that bung out there. I'll wipe all that down so it's got a bit of grass on there, because I put it outside at the back so I don't have to so just get that bike on the level. So what I'll do is now just put it on the level, and I'll put, I think it holds roughly 1 litre, and you've got a little window under there, you can see the little eye window. You fill it up to half in there, and yeah, so just one, I think it's roughly 1 litre, but when you're getting 3/4 litre, you start watching you got your add, you got 2 levels anyhow, and the F's full. I think the other ones might be an A, but I just can't read it from here. And you always just go in between. You can see those 2 marks there, but halfway up that glass, it's when the bike's sitting level. But anyhow, that's what I'm doing. That's my little service intervals. I just oil changed it. It's done 1952 kilometres. I oil changed it just a little bit before 1500 last time, but for people that aren't as over the top with me, because like I say, it's only about $12 or $13 a litre, the oil I use in this Australian Penrite. So I just oil changed it every 500. So oil changed it when I got it. Put new oil in, I run it, I think, just for a little bit. run it in on their running in oil for probably 50 kilometres. Then I dropped it, and then I look at that there, Australian Red Cross. It's one of those masks if you're doing CPR on someone. So then I do it at 500, then 1,000, then 1,500. Now I'm doing it 2,000 or just under 2,000. So yeah, so that just, it's easy. So you just work it in 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, and so on and so on. But this bike I don't have to add any oil. Obviously in 500 you don't have to add oil. It's only got 3 tanks of fuel. I might not even do that. And if I was using it every day and riding to work, I'd probably take it 1,000 to 1,500, maybe 1,500, because it's like I say, it's got no oil filter as in you throw away, and that oil slinger there, that oil gauze thimble there, but absolutely no metal in it at all, and oil really wasn't that dirty. So what can I say? I can say this is the most low maintenance bike I've had for years. And I just go over it. I put a new NGK spark plug in a while ago just because I wanted to. The only thing I've put on this bike since I've had it's a new battery. It's about 3 years old. Like I say, I don't do a lot of kilometres. That was just lack of use, I'd say, that battery. But anyhow, on that note, I'm going to pull her up at this. And like I say, I'll be kicking my business in. I've got 1 more week to go, and I'm just having a holiday at the moment, and just doing all my paperwork for my insurances and that, and I'm just waiting on a bit of gear, and away I go, off to my mowing and brush cutting and mulching, and I'll dry hire myself out because I'm a posi track operator and also a dingo operator. That's what I've done a lot of. An excavator, small excavator, like a 5-tonner, 8 or 3-tonner, but so long as that's all the same. Truck driver, whatever. But I'll be concentrating on my mowing, brush cutting, pruning, mulching, and mainly probably on the dingo mini loader and that sort of stuff too. Sveno, Mick out.